When it comes to cryptocurrency, a lot of the alpha is on something called crypto Twitter. You may be into Twitter, you may not. But the good news is, if you're here watching this video, I'm gonna round up all this crypto Twitter news and alpha, whatever, condense it into a video for you, and we're gonna break it all down today and more. My name is Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel, and well, I'm also on Twitter, so I would appreciate a follow over there and a subscribe on YouTube if you watch the video and decide you like the content. This is a great clip that's recirculating again. Chair Gensler in 2018 at a Bloomberg conference in New York City. Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Why did I name those for? Gary said they're not securities. But what's Goldman Gary gonna say about this one? A deep fake? But bringing it back to our mission of Crypto Twitter Alpha Roundup, right? There's a CLR fund coming soon. It's gonna be round 9. And if you're not familiar with CLR funds, well, let's break that down real quick. CLR.fund is here to fund Ethereum public goods, right? Free and open source, not clones, legitimate, not scams, human bound. What this basically means is if you're putting the work in to bring a cool project to market on the Ethereum blockchain, then you could seek funding here. People that have participated in these public good style fundings have also been oftentimes rewarded generously through cryptocurrency airdrops. We talked a lot about that in conjunction with Gitcoin. The Granary has a new Dune dashboard. Dune is a great analytics site for cryptocurrency. If you're not super technical, it's something you'll be viewing and maybe not setting up graphics. One thing I really like about Granary is their artist. They have, I just really enjoy the art. Whoever they've got doing that, man, hats off, nicely done. The cool thing here though about data, right? We look at the stats, we look at the fundamentals, we see what's going on, we see their coin, we see the price action, and it keeps going down with their grain token. But what's interesting is their fees collected over time is ballooning. So that would suggest that there could be a reversal in the price if we look at just the base fundamentals. That's not taking into account the market at large. I'm not shilling grain. I actually don't even have any grain right now because I've been watching it go down, 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 and down. I wanted to grab a little bag personally. I haven't done it yet. Full disclosure as always, we keep it real at VoskCoin, unlike many others. Keep in mind that a lot of these Twitter threads you see are hidden ads. They're shills, all that stuff. They don't disclose anything. So, as always, we disclose everything here. And I bring that up furthermore just to take everything with a grain of salt, even some of the things we're running through today. I'd like to take a moment to thank today's video sponsor, Grape, who helped keep VoskCoin in business. Because without that, we wouldn't be producing over 365 free videos per year. So here's the cool part, is you can head over to guild.xyz/grape and join their free airdrop. Yes, get some free money, get some free coins. That's what we're talking about today. Pretty cool, right? You just have to have 0.01 ETH in your account. You need to follow them on Twitter, and you also need to join their Discord server. That's pretty easy. What are you waiting for? Token sale if you find out you like the project. I'll link that out down below. But we've talked about Polygon, zkEVM, zkS, which zkSync, Scroll. But one thing we haven't talked about, and it's born out of this thread here, not entirely, right, but for the purpose of this video, is going to be Satori. Satori is a decentralized finance derivatives platform. It's built on Polygon, zkEVM, zkSync, and Scroll. So it's a zk rollup just protocol here that's being deployed on multiple chains. Where this gets more interesting though is going to be the fact they raised $10 million from Polychain, Coinbase, among others. So Artazor is saying that it's very user-friendly, feels like trading on Binance, which is often referred to as a fun, easy, and the best trading experience, generally speaking. And that's kind of how Binance, that was really their claim to fame among some other infamous actions. They partnered with OKX Web and landed a spot on the Discover section of the OKX wallet website. So then they have the whole airdrop strategy. I won't run through that in today's video, but I'll link this out down below, and I'll break down more about Satori in another video dedicated to that and hunting the airdrop here on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Moving forward, another airdrop, right? A lot of airdrop threads, they go viral on crypto Twitter, especially in this era. 4 different ways to help you qualify for an airdrop from the Polygon zkEVM. But, you know, everyone's first thought is, don't they have a token, right? So the founder of Polygon says that there's a possibility for an airdrop. Plus, there's no rule that an existing token can't do a massive airdrop. That's interesting, right? Is that like ace level, pump your token, read between the lines, but nothing will ever happen? Or is that him saying, dudes, go participate, we go and do an airdrop? I don't know, but time will tell. This is another one of those airdrop threats that I'm not going to dive too deep into. This is more of a heads up and a reminder to consider participating with the Polygon zkEVM blockchain. It's another piece of the Polygon blockchain. We're talking layer 2 solutions on Ethereum, much like zk Sync, which is getting closer and closer to their release and their probable airdrop. They've released their dashboard here, and you may be like, hold up, this looks a lot like Dune. It does. So we got data here, and I'm just a nerd, right? I love data. Median transaction fee, 31 cents. Let's compare that to Ethereum, and I think 31 cents is kind of high. I think this data is all lies, but it's saying right now that you could transact for somewhere between $1 and $10. But every time I go on Ethereum, I spend like $100 to just do a couple of transactions. So I have to do everything in size or to just simply not participate. And that boxes a lot of people out that are just trying to check it out, get their feet wet and whatever. And you're like, oh, I'll put in 20 bucks and try it. And then you do like 2 things and you're quite literally out of gas. But this is a great dashboard to just kind of see everything at a glance. We can see the growth is healthy, but has fallen from these couple crazy days. Unique addresses tick up, successful transactions tick up, the fees are going down, which is what you want to see in that regard. So, as always, it's a fun time in crypto. Another thing on kind of the topic of DeFi from Mr. DeFi Dad here is going to be OriginDefi. And this is where I think this is interesting, right? You know, we don't trust centralized entities to any degree anymore, you know, myself included. I learned some hard lessons and relearned them along the way. It just kind of sucks, right? So let's pull up their protocol and see what it looks like today. We're clicking around and then we're clicking some more. What we're looking for here is Origin Ether in particular. So OETH, no, nice short domain name there. So let's open the app and look a little closer, right? So that thread talked about 9%, 7-day trailing here is going to be 7%, but you go up to 30 days, 9.37. What exactly happens here, right? So you need to have some OETH to participate. That's kind of annoying. I was hoping it would just automatically switch me, but I had to manually click over change there. But basically the first thing they prompt you to do is get some of this Origin Ether, right? And then you can wrap it. It's a non-rebasing tokenized vault that appreciates in value instead of growing in number. But what are they doing with the vault? So this is where it's broken down on this Twitter thread. Is they utilize multiple strategies, right? Staking on Lido, curve pools, smart rebalancing, automated compounding. Then there's the yield. And then basically they receive the yield from that. And then basically you're doing all these DeFi things without doing any of the DeFi things. It's kind of like yield farming on easy mode. The Binance US, and this really isn't centric to crypto Twitter, but they've added the SEC enforcement co-director to their legal team. So that's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see that battle and where it goes. I'm rooting for crypto. You know, if someone's doing something bad, then we need to check that out and deal with it. But the US government is unfairly interacting with the cryptocurrency environment. You should have legislation. You should work with these companies. Legislation through enforcement is backwards, right? It's saying, oh, you never did this with us. You never had any framework to do anything. That's the gist of it. Coinbase and Binance are at the center of those fights. But let's see what this Mooms thread is about, right? Hourglass is a marketplace for time-bound tokens, and they raised over $4 million, including investment from Circle, Electric Capital, and others. Dapper Labs, Electric Capital, and others also invested in Yaz, a Web3 notification platform. They pulled $3.5 million. Eigenlayer introduces restaking, a new primitive crypto economic security, and they raised $64 million. And some of those investors include Polychain and Multicoin. DCG Co. Very contested these days, digital currency group, because they're basically in a bankruptcy battle with them, Genesis and Gemini. But they raised $12 million, and Arkham provides real-world entities and individuals with crypto market activities. Arkham is a pretty interesting one, getting those Batman vibes. We've shown that one before. DFlow, marketplace to order flow that brings open and fair payment for order flow PFOF to participants in digital markets. 7.5 milli. Circle's jumping in that pile too. Wintermute and GSR invested in Credora, an end-to-end lending solution facilitating credit by validating real-time risk metrics. Lending is a very scary environment post blow-up of many centralized, crappy, scammy lenders. Dolomite is a money market protocol and decentralized exchange offering over-collateralized loans, margin trading, spot lending. They raised 2.5 milli from NGC Ventures and Six Man Ventures, among others. There's more to this, but we'll kind of wrap it up at that because that was kind of a shotgun effect there. This is a thread breaking down how you can make 40 transactions using Layer 0 for just $1. When you're hunting cryptocurrency airdrops, you need to participate more days, more weeks, more months, more transactions, more volume. All those things raise your likelihood to be eligible, and then eligible for more coin. As we're often seeing more and more tiered cryptocurrency airdrops. First off, this utilizes the Polygon network and then DeFi kingdoms. From here, using USDC to the DFK chain, right? And what you're going to end up doing is using the trader and swapping USDC to Jewel, swap Jewel for DFK gold, right? You got these in-game currencies. Then you're going to go to gold. You're going to bridge the token, approve the token in the bridge, repeat until Jewel runs out, about 40 transactions. I know that was a crash course. I'll link it below. But the bottom line is, if you're looking for a very low cost way to participate with the Layer 0 chain, which myself, among many others, are anticipating an exciting and juicy airdrop, that would be one of the cheapest ways I have seen to participate. Layer 0 also integrated Polyhedra. I want to say Hydra, right? Hydralisk, where are my StarCrafters at? ZK. Interactions on the Polyhedra positions. U for the potential Layer 0 and Polyhedra airdrop. Poly raised 25 mil. Layer 0 raised almost 300 million freaking dollars. This is another one of those airdrop guides, so I'll drop it down below so you can follow along if you want to. Otherwise, there's the heads up on it. Looking into Sequoia Capital and their 85 billion in assets. They have 15 billion invested in crypto across 8 funds, and they're a prominent VC or venture capitalist or VC firm, right? Incubation, seed stage, startup stage, early stage, growth stage, right? All the stages you really probably want to be in if you buy into anything. Looking at their breakdown in 9 different funds from 2017 to 2022, we see some interesting things. A lot of things I've seen coming across my screen lately, most notably Ironfish, Layer 0, Fireblocks, D-Bank, Bitmain, right? I mean, we talked about, Bitmain for quite a while for multiple reasons. Nervos, and some other notable names here. But understand that an initial investment, and of course a very controversial one right there, also a surprising investment in Handshake HNS. There's a lot that you can do with this or not do with it, right? Just because they have a lot of money doesn't mean they're smart. But to be honest, with that much money, there's a lot of things you can do, positive and negative. Both of those positive and negative things could lead to crazy pumps potentially. But ultimately, like when we look at this, we're just looking for a little bit of alpha. We're looking for some trends, right? We're looking for some narratives. We're looking for the fundamentals, the direction here. Their top 5 crypto investments in Q1 2023, Layer 0, Tyco, TinyTap, Kaito, and Caldera. We already talked about Layer 0, but it's a interoperability protocol for blockchain, foundational layer. It's kind of like a blockchain bridge. Is one of the main ways to look at that. Tyco is a zk rollup that aims for EVM equivalence and Ethereum equivalence, which will allow its rollups to support all existing ETH smart contracts. So this is yet another zk Ethereum virtual machine. People looking for airdrops, people want to participate, all the hype with a test net saying, hey, let's dive in. TinyTap, what an adorable name. But what is TinyTap? It's a platform for creating and selling educational mobile games for children, and it fosters a community of creators from around the world. Creators can mint NFTs of their games, giving them a new way to monetize their creations. Interesting. Cool. They have a rev share model where creators can earn a share of the revenue generated from the sale of their creations on the platform. Hey, support the creators. I'm all about it. Kaito, AI-powered information database for crypto research. Gonna see a lot of AI stuff moving forward. Enter Caldera, focused on high-performance customizable application-specific Layer 2 blockchains referred to as Caldera. Optimistic rollups are going to be at play here. And finally, there's threads like this floating around there with more airdrop stuff, making all this money. I just thought this was a fun cover piece of good old Homer Simpson. But really all this thread does is tell you to go to DeFi Llama and go to their airdrops page and sort by TVL and go to airdrops.io and to Google things. But what is interesting is they do bring up the Tyco airdrop here as well. And there's also been a little bit of buzz about Shardium, but all I think is Shartium. I get where they were trying to go, but I just think it sounds terrible. Just like it sounds terrible if you're not subscribed to the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Because if for no other reason, okay, you subscribe for the CTO, the Chief Twitter Officer here at VoskCoin. That's Tails Vosk, the cutest pup in the world, our Lord Commander. And I don't know, it's just my pup, and I love her, and she really kickstarted VoskCoin in more ways than one. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. If you didn't subscribe anyway, I said subscribe like 4 times. It's probably annoying now. So I'm going to click end.